Hey, this is Dave from Moda Music Piano Lessons, and I was just practicing, and as I was practicing I felt like, let me make a video of one of the techniques that I'm using in my practice. Now, one of the top techniques that you could use in practice is to actually practice slow. Now, whatever you think slow is, I'm going to tell you that it's not slow enough, and you should practice even slower than that. So I'm actually practicing a Mozart sonata piece that I'm going to be playing later on next year, actually, but I'm practicing it now, and it's a sonata in G major by Mozart, and pretty lively piece. It's gonna be at a pretty good tempo with some nice melodic work and some passages, scale passages, and like Mozart, a lot of details, a lot of intricate work. So obviously when you hear it in its final form, you're tempted to say, wow, I want to play it like that. Not realizing that in order to get it at that brilliant and flawless stage, we got to dig a foundation. And the foundation that we're going to dig is after we learn the notes, and get our fingering. Slow practice. That's the key. That's what the greats, the masters, have all used. Slow practice. Slower than slow practice. So one of the tools I'm using, obviously, is a metronome. I need a metronome because I want to make sure that I don't start slow and wind up going fast, because naturally for me I tend to speed up, because sometimes slow is just kind of torturous. So I have my metronome set at 40 BPMs, pretty slow. I like this particular electronic metronome app because it's not just a click, 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 but it's actually a voice counting off the beats for me.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And I love that feature because while I am counting in my head as I'm playing, I love that the metronome is telling me exactly where 1 is and where 2 is. And as I play and I look at my measures, and each measure, I can identify where my downbeat is and where beat 2 is exactly, and if there are any rests, such as there, knowing exactly that rest is on beat 3, and beat 3 should be silent in the right hand. So those are important details, especially in playing Mozart's music, that we can overlook if we're not aware of the number one, the beats in the measure and the subdivisions, but also playing slow enough that we can actually hear that we're not playing on a beat. Sometimes when you play fast, things just are going by so fast that your ear doesn't really hear exactly what's happening. But playing slow is almost like putting a microscope on your playing. So I'm going to just do a quick example of what this would look like. So I'm going to set my metronome. It's already set at 40. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to wait for beat 1 so that I can start playing.
2, 3.
Actually, I'm going to start on beat 3 on the pickup.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So I hit a wrong note. I hit a C sharp there, so I'm going to fix that.
2,
I'm going to wait for my metronome to come in on beat 3 because it's on the pickup.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1,
So, does it sound the way I want it to sound, the way I hear it in my head and the way I heard it on the recording? Of course not. Sounds nothing like it. I mean, this song goes at least 4 times faster than what I'm playing. But I'm playing so slow and practicing so slow that I could work on details. And that's what I was doing prior to this video, just working on some details and using this technique, this very wonderful practice technique. And I just thought I'd let you know about it, remind you of it if you already knew about this technique, and just give you a sneak peek into how to practice effectively. Learn your notes and your fingerings. Listen to the song to get an idea of how it goes, but then just back it up, slow it down, very slow, and practice, and just continue. You're going to develop a great sense of your ear, of what you're supposed to hear in the music, what should be silent, what should be held, exactly where each note is in each beat. You're going to develop wonderful finger control and muscle control, and you're going to practice better, because this type of practice keeps you focused. Whereas I find for myself, playing fast, I tend to go into performance mode, and performing is not practicing. Practicing is having your mind 100% engaged in exactly what you're doing for 2, 3, or 4 measures at a time, and just taking those small amount of measures at a very slow speed and learning them so deeply that when you start putting everything together towards the end of culminating all the work, you are going to have a solid performance. Take care. I hope this was helpful for you, a good reminder or a good insight and a tip for your future practicing. Take care. See you soon.